Welcome, friends. I'm Chris. I'm from Transformation Nation Yoga and Wellness. Welcome to Gentle Vinyasa. Today, I'm going to guide you through a sequence centered around the foundation of movement in the human body, the hip complex. What I think you'll need to be safe, to enjoy, and to get the most out of your practice are a sticky yoga mat, such as I have behind me here, and two foam or cork yoga blocks. Often, I offer ideas for surrogates, things that you could use if you don't have the yoga props that I had in mind. For today, specifically, if you can get access to yoga blocks, I highly recommend them. And please don't not do the practice because you don't have yoga blocks. So many of the poses that I'm going to call for today, I'm going to cue you to do from an elevated position on yoga blocks. So two things for you to know about that. The first is anything that I cue you to do on yoga blocks, you could do off the floor, off your mat, right? You don't strictly have to have yoga blocks for. I'm asking you to do them with blocks because the blocks help us to create some really interesting angles, which gives us some sensations that are it's really difficult to duplicate without. And I also know, like as pleasing as many of these poses are for me from the security of blocks, I also know people for whom doing these on blocks doesn't feel great. Doesn't feel great. So if that's you, if you get into a pose, I'm cueing you to do it off blocks, and doing it off blocks doesn't feel good, remove the blocks, do it without. So pause your recording, roll out your mat, gather up your props, and when you're ready, press play, and I'll meet you on your mat for gentle vinyasa. All right, friends, we'll find a comfortable seat, really any comfortable seat. So it could be cross-legged. My cross-legged seat is not a comfortable seat without being seated on a block. You could do a hero's pose, but then stack the joints. So think about floating your head over your shoulders, over your hips. Press down into your seat. Visualize maybe like a string pulling from your heart and the crown of your head up toward the heavens. And find a little bit of lift in the spine. We're going to start with 3 cleansing breaths. So drawing a deep, life-affirming inhale through your nose. Open your mouth. Let it go with a ah. Sound good. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. Sip in a little bit more air through your nose. Open your mouth. Let it go. Ah. One more time. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. And inhale. Float your right arm up over your head. And then as you exhale, drop your right hand to the crown of your head, right elbow pointing off to the right side. Inhale, lift up out of the heart and the crown of the head for the heavens again. Exhale, fold your right ear towards your right shoulder. And that right arm, right hand, we're not pulling exactly, we're just adding a little bit of a weight, a little bit of assist. You can stay right here, or if it would feel good, on each exhale, you could drop your chin just, I don't know, 15 or 20 degrees toward the earth. On each inhale, lift it back up toward the horizon. If you chose movement, come back to stillness. On an inhale, use your right hand, draw the crown of your head back up to center. Then rotate your right arm so the right elbow is pointing forward towards your device. Inhale, lengthen along your spine again. Exhale, this time drop your chin down towards your right shoulder. And we're looking to light up, find a sense of stretch on the back of the left-hand side of your neck. And you can start a light ujjayi breath if you like, finding that ocean sound through your nose as you inhale. And that ocean sound through your nose as you exhale. On your next inhale, lift the crown of your head back up to center. Exhale, drop your right hand to your lap or down to the earth. Inhale, sweep your left arm up over your head. Exhale, drop your left hand to the crown of your head, left elbow pointing to the left. Inhale for length along the spine. Exhale, fold your left ear towards your left shoulder and stay here or find that gentle cycling movement. And if you found movement, come back to stillness. Inhale, use your left hand, draw the crown of your head up to center. Pivot your left elbow so it's pointing forward towards your device. Inhale for length again. Exhale, chin down towards your left shoulder. Almost said left chin towards your left shoulder, which would have been crazy. On an inhale, with the crown of your head back up to center. Exhale, release your left hand back down to your lap. Now take your right hand, place it on your right cheek. Pretty firm. Find a firm hold of the right cheek, right hand on the right cheek. Now use your right hand to prevent any movement of the head, but turn your head as if you were trying to turn it to the right. So feel some resistance. Continue to breathe. We're breathing the whole time. So the muscles in the head and neck are constantly trying to turn to the right. Muscles in the right arm are preventing that turn. So a little bit of constructive tension. And then relax that tension. Release your right hand down to your lap. Left hand to your left cheek. In that same thing, left hand resists. Turn your head to the left as if you could. Release that resistance. Drop your left hand to your lap. Lift your chin up like you were looking at something up in the heavens. And then right hand to right chin, right hand to your right cheek rather, with the chin lifted, turn your head as if you could turn it to the right. Constructive resistance. And breathe. Breathe the whole time. Release that resistance. Release your right hand down. Keep the chin lifted up. Again, like you were looking at something up above you. And then left hand to your cheek. Left hand resist. Turn your head to the left. Release that resistance. Release your left hand down. Chin back to neutral just for an instant. And then drop your chin down slightly like you were looking at something on the earth, maybe 3 feet in front of your mat. Right hand to your right cheek. Right hand resists. Find that constructive resistance as if you could turn your head to the right. Release that resistance. Release your right hand down. Last time, left hand to left cheek. Gaze it down. Chin is tilted down. Left hand resists. Muscles in your neck and head turn as if you could turn your head to the left. Release that resistance. Release your left hand down. Bring your chin back to neutral. Relax your shoulders. If you notice your shoulders lifting up, see if you can melt them back down. And just feel for the state of the connective tissues in the head and neck. Now we're going to transition to a seated position. So I'm going to block. I'm going to come off the block. Use good body mechanics as you make this transition. For me, using good body mechanics looks like sitting on the seat, bending the knees, heels on the earth, hands behind the thigh, and roll yourself down. And then right away, put a generous bend in your knees, plant the soles of your feet on the earth, grab both blocks, and then press into your feet, lift your hips, set the blocks under your hips, and then lower your hips down to the earth. Lengthen your left leg long. And starting right away, often we engage both legs in a wind releasing pose. But I'm going to ask you to try to keep that left hip and leg relaxed. Put a bend in your right knee. Interlace both hands on your right shin. And draw your right knee toward your right shoulder. So I ask for you to disengage that left leg. With the right leg, flex the toes back towards your face. And then start to make some gentle circles with your right knee in either direction. Come back to stillness. Change the direction of your circles. And then come back to stillness. Release your right shin. Straighten your right leg. Bring the sole of your right foot parallel to the ceiling. Note you might have a generous bend in your right knee. Interlace both hands on the back of your right thigh. Find a little bit of a PNF technique here. Press your heel toward the bottom edge of your mat. Use both arms to draw your right knee as if you could draw it to the shoulder. So again, that principle of constructive resistance. And then release that resistance. Keep your left hand on the back of your right leg. Release your right hand. Now feed the webbing between your right thumb and right index finger into your right hip crease. Use your left hand, start to draw your right heel somewhere closer to the center of your body. Use your right hand to press your right hip crease down toward the earth and toward the bottom edge of your mat. Maybe see if you can create a little bit of a vacuum effect in that right hip socket. Very light. And then release the right hand. Bring that right leg back into neutral. Draw your right knee back towards your right shoulder. One last little squeeze as you interlace the hands on the shin. And then release your right leg long. Right away, relax your right leg. Disengage your right leg. Put a bend in your left knee to left shoulder. Flex all 5 toes on your left foot back towards your face. Small circles with your left knee. Change the direction of your circles. Come back into stillness. Release your left shin. Straighten your left leg. Bring the sole of your left foot parallel to the earth. Interlace. Lace both hands on the back of your left thigh. TNF again. Push, pull. Push the back of your left thigh and your left heel toward the bottom edge of your mat. Use your hands. Pull your left knee towards your left shoulder. And breathe. Breathing the whole time. Okay, release that resistance. Keep the right hand on the back of your left thigh. Release your left hand. Take the webbing between your left thumb and left index finger. Feed that into your left hip crease. Use your right hand. Draw your left heel across the center line of your body. Push your left hand forward and down into that left hip crease. As if you could gently guide that hip crease down toward the bottom edge of your mat. Then release the left hand. Bring the sole of the left foot back to parallel with the ceiling. Put a bend in your left knee, one last little squeeze, left knee to left shoulder, and then bend your right knee as well. Draw both knees in towards your chest. And even on the blocks here, I find a gentle rocking movement from side to side. Feels pretty good on my lower back. And then come back into stillness. Release the soles of your feet down to the earth. Press into your feet, lift up, remove your mats, and then using good body mechanics, make your way into a tabletop position. So for me, that's going to look like rolling over onto a side, stacking the joints, and lifting up into this quadruped position. Shoulders floating over wrists, hips floating over knees. If you feel compression in the wrists, feel free to take the hands forward. And keep the back of your head buoyant. We're going to do some cat rolling. So on an inhale breath, tuck your toes, drop your belly down toward the earth, lift your gaze, find a sensation as if you were dragging the heels of your hands back toward your knees. And then exhale, press into your hands, press into your shins, round through your shoulders. Inhale, drop your belly, open your heart. Gaze forward. Exhale, round through your shoulders. Do this 4 more times. And then after 4 times, come back into stillness. Walk your hands forward. Come into a modified tabletop position. Shoulders floating over your wrists. Lower down to your belly. And then slide your hands forward. Find Sphinx pose. Float your shoulders over your elbows. Press the index finger and thumb down into the earth. Lengthen your legs long behind you. Press into the tops of your feet until your knees lift off the mat. And find the sensation as if you could drag your elbows back towards your waist. At the same time, relax your belly. Inhale right here. Exhale, hands under your shoulders. Roll down onto your heart. On an inhale, lift your heart. Pull the heels of your hands back towards your waist. Exhale, press back into a child's pose. Knees up nice and wide, big toes come to touch. Hands reach out over your head, release your heart, your forehead down toward the earth, knowing you could support yourself with one or more blocks under the heart. On your next inhale, come forward, maybe through tabletop, modified high plank. On an exhale, lower your heart down to the earth, hands under your shoulders. Inhale, open your heart, easy cobra, peel your heart up off the earth. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Inhale, rock forward, modified high plank. Exhale, lower your heart down to the earth. Inhale, easy cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, modified high plank. Exhale, lower down to the earth. Inhale, easy cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, rock forward, modified high plank. Exhale, lower your heart down to the earth. This time, on an inhale, tuck your toes up under your feet. Exhale, press up and back, find downward facing dog. So make an upside down V with your body. Find some gentle movement. Maybe pedal your feet out. And then release your heels in the general direction of the earth. They probably won't touch, that's okay. Press your index knuckle and thumb down into the earth. Wrap your elbows down toward the earth and maybe tweeze them together a little bit more. Matter of centimeters. Relax your neck and breathe. On an inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, take as many steps as you need to walk forward. Find a ragdoll, feet hip distance apart. Generous bending your knees, rest your whole belly in your thighs. Weight more in the balls of the feet, lighter in the heels. Relax your neck. Start to heel toe your feet together, big toes touch, a little space between your heels. Shift the weight into the heels, lighten the balls of the feet, find a halfway lift. Knees might be very bent, but see if you can find a straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Another halfway lift. Inhale, this time hands on your thighs. As you exhale, press your hands into your thighs, come all the way up to standing. Sweep your arms up over your head. Exhale, slice your hands down through heart center. Rest your thumbs at your sternum, maybe shift the light gaze to your fingertips. Inhale, sweep your arms up over your head. Maybe lift your gaze, look at your hands. Exhale, hinge into a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, step back to high plank. Maybe drop the knees down to the earth. Find a modified high plank. Exhale, lower your heart down to the earth. Inhale, easy cobra, or put your shoulders over your wrist, press the tops of your feet into the earth, relax your belly, lift the gaze, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward into a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, press into your feet, sweep your arms up over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head, lift your gaze, look at your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, step back into high plank or modified high plank. Stay here for a breath. Exhale, chaturanga, come halfway down. Inhale, open your heart, any heart opener. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, move to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up toward the heavens. Exhale, hinge into a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, any version of high plank. Inhale right here. Exhale, any version of low plank. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Three breaths. On an inhale, lift your right heel up toward the heavens. Exhale, step your right leg forward. Drop your right knee down. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana, maybe hands on blocks. Walk your left knee a little bit further back behind you. Maybe hands on thigh. Both hands on that right thigh. Blocks also 100% okay. Engage your left glute. Release your hips any amount closer down toward that right heel. You guys stay right there. I'm going to turn and face in your direction. Okay, stay right here. Or arms parallel to the earth, palms face the sky. Engage that left glute more, release the hips forward more. Inhale right here. Exhale, rotate the whole trunk of your body to the left. Engage the left hip more. Inhale, come back into center. Exhale, find a side bend to the right. Maintain that side bend. Inhale right here. Exhale, rotate the trunk of your body to the right. Inhale, come back to center. I'm going to turn back and face the same direction that you are. And then start to press into your right heel. Draw that right hip back. Find a split. I've got a block under my right glute in this half split. In any action, gently folding forward over that right thigh. Flex your toes on your right foot back towards your face. And on your next inhale, start to shift forward. Plant your left hand down on your mat. Pivot your left hip back behind you. Open your right leg out to the right. Find a side plank. Maybe right hand on your right thigh. Maybe you float that right hand up toward the heavens. Inhale right here. Exhale, release your right hand, your right knee down to the earth. Modified high plank. Modified low plank. Any heart opener of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Relax your neck. 3 breaths. Your next inhale, lift your left heel up toward the heavens. Exhale, step your left leg forward. Tap your right knee down. Low lunge. Drag your right knee back any amount more. And then hands on blocks. Or hands on that left thigh. Engage your right glute more. Release your hips closer down toward that left heel. All right, stay right here. Or forearms parallel to the earth. Flip your palms up toward the heavens. Engage your right glute. Release your hips forward. Rotate the whole trunk of your body to your right. Come back into center. Inhale right here. Take a side bend to your left. Maintain that side bend. As you exhale, rotate the trunk of your body to the left. Ooh. Release your hips forward toward the left heel any amount more. Inhale, come back into center. Exhale, start pressing into that left heel. Sit back into a half split, maybe a block under that left glute. Maybe with stacked joints, or maybe you fold forward over your left thigh. But flex all 5 toes on your left foot back towards your face. On an inhale, rock forward. Find Anjaneyasana. Low lunge. Release your right hand rather, down to the earth. Pivot your right heel back. Pass that left hand edge of your mat, step your left leg back, modified side plank. And it might work better if you slide that left hand closer toward the top edge of your mat, create a more favorable angle for your wrist. Stay right here, or maybe float the fingers of your left hand up toward the heavens. Lift both hips up toward the heavens, any amount more. Inhale right here. Exhale, release your left hand, left knee down to the earth, modified high plank, modified low plank. Inhale for any heart opener. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, move to the top edge of your mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, slice your hands down through heart center, and then down by your waist, palms face forward. A high mountain pose. So we're going to do just a single balancing pose. We're going to do tree. So leave the left foot where it is. Open your right hip out to the side. This could be ball of your right foot on the earth, heel of your right foot on your left thigh, or you could step the sole of your right foot on the inside of your left leg. Hands could be at heart center. Your tree could go branches and reach for the heavens. But press your right knee back toward the back edge of your mat, left hip forward. Find a single point of focus for your gaze. And breathe, breathing the whole time. Inhale. Exhale, release your right leg down. Release your arms down to your side. Maybe shake your legs out a little. But then just spread the sole of your right foot out so you got a really good spread of the toes. Open up your left hip. And then any version of tree pose on the second side. Sole of your left foot pressing somewhere into the inside of your right leg. Avoid the knee if you would. Any arm configuration. Press your left knee toward the back edge of your mat and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands down, release your left leg down. Come back into standing mountain just for a breath. Inhale right here. Exhale. Inhale. Sweep your arms up over your head. Exhale, hinge into a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, step back into a high plank, just long enough to tap your knees down to the earth. Use good body mechanics. Come onto your back. We're going to do a little hip opening. Take the pinky edge blade of your right foot, hook it on the outside of your left thigh, just above the knee. So option one here is flex, well, for either case, flex all 5 toes on the right foot back toward the right knee. Option one, take the heel of your right hand, press it into your right inner thigh below the knee, and then straighten your right arm, press that right knee forward. I'm already feeling some stretch and opening here. So that's one option. A second option, look between your legs. See that triangle we created? Release the right hand, lift your left foot, interlace both hands on the back of your left shin. And this is, again, the push-pull principle we used earlier. Use the muscles in your leg. Push your right knee forward toward the top edge of your mat. Use your hands, pull your left knee in toward your chest. Release your left thigh, roll your left foot down to the earth, nautilus pose. Option one, left hand to your right shin, just below the knee. Guide your right knee down in the general direction of your left shoulder. The target area here will start around the IT band on the right thigh. All right, for more sensation, release that right shin, hook your right knee over your left, so eagle legs. Lift both knees as if you were trying to touch yourself in the chin. And then left hand to right shin, guide your right knee down towards your left shoulder. Release your right shin, lower your feet down to the earth. Maybe release the twist in your knees, but walk your hips over to the right, drop your hips over to the left on a supine twist. Maybe shift your gaze out over the fingers of your right hand. I'm at like a 7 on a scale from 0 to 10, so I'm not going to change a thing. But if I wanted to add sensation here, one option would be I could straighten my right leg and let gravity draw my right knee any amount closer down toward the earth. For your next inhale, bring your knees back to center. If you've got eagle legs, release that right foot down to the earth, and then hook the pinky edge blade of your left foot on the outside of your right thigh. Any version of thread the needle, maybe with the heel of your left hand on your left inner thigh, straightening that left arm. Maybe lifting the right foot off the earth, flexing all 10 toes, pushing your left knee forward toward the top edge of your mat, and dragging your right knee any amount closer towards your right shoulder. Release the thread the needle pose, nautilus pose. Maybe right hand to left shin and draw your left knee down towards your right shoulder, or maybe full eagle legs, lift the knees, And then that same action of the right hand on the left shin, guiding the left knee down toward the right shoulder. All right, release this nautilus pose. See your arms out to the side. Walk your hips over to the left. Drop your knees off to the right. Any version of a supine twist. With or without the shifting gaze. With or without the action of straightening your left leg. Bring your knees back up to center. Release the sole of your left foot down to the earth. And then draw the heels in nice and close to the glutes. Just sweep your fingers down. Make sure that your heels are close enough to your glutes. You can gently brush them with your fingers. Take a look at your knees. Feet and knees hip distance apart. And on an inhale, tuck your tailbone. Draw your belly button to your sternum. Exhale, press into your heels. Lift your thighs, lift your hips into a bridge. Exhale, lower your hips down to the earth. Inhale, belly button to sternum. Exhale, press into your feet, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, belly button to sternum. Exhale, press into your heels. Lift the bridge. Exhale, lower. Inhale, belly button to sternum. Exhale, rise into bridge. Exhale, lower. And then one last time, draw your belly button to your sternum. Exhale, press into your heels, lift up into bridge and hold. Maybe walk your shoulder blades closer together behind you, under your back. Press your knees forward toward the top edge of your mat. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Grab a block. Place it in between your knees at a medium height. Squeeze a block with your knees. See your arms out to the side. Inhale, draw your belly button to your spine. Lift your heels, shins parallel to the earth. And then draw your knees toward your shoulders. Exhale, relax. This is a gentle movement. So inhale, squeeze the knees. Lift your knees toward your shoulders. Exhale, relax. Inhale, squeeze the knees. Exhale, knees toward shoulders. Relax. Inhale, squeeze the block. Exhale, lift your knees toward your shoulders and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down to the earth, drop the block. Maybe take a full body stretch. And then put a bend in the knees, place the soles of your feet on the earth, grab 2 blocks, lift up as if to bridge. We're not going to hold the bridge, but place the blocks back under your thighs, like at the beginning of our practice. Release your lower back down to the block, and then float your heels over your knees, over your hips, waterfall pose. Maybe start with flexing the toes back toward the face. But you can experiment with what it feels like to relax the feet here too, and just see which is a better waterfall for you. All right, and relax the legs. Start to put a bend in the knees. Could be hands behind the thighs, and find an inverted squat position, this happy baby. Could be hands to shins. My jam is going to be peace fingers wrapped around the big toes. You could also take hands to the outside edges of your feet. Gently rock from side to side. And then release your feet down to the earth. Lift up, remove your blocks. Keep the bend in your knees for now, but take your feet out wide, maybe full mat width apart. Let the knees come to center to rest upon one another. And relax your arms. So for me, I'm going to place my hands palms facing down on either side of my rib cage. But find something for your arms that allows them to relax. We're going to do a little bit of gentle breath work before Shavasana. And this is just going to be a 4-4 balancing breath. It'll be a 4 count inhale through your nose and a 4 count exhale through your mouth. So exhale out all your breath and then inhale through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Eyes are closed, body is relaxed, breath is natural. You can stay right here in this constructive rest position or find any other final resting shape. Find a position that allows you to balance the tandem qualities of relaxation and alertness. You could stay right here the whole time. You don't have to change anything. But if your body's ready for some movement, maybe begin that movement by drawing some deeper breaths. And these are all just options again, friends. But if you like, start to make some small movements. That might look like wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Reanimate your body, bring your body back to life. And if those small movements were pleasing, you could start to enlarge those and transitions from small to medium movements. That might look like rotating your hands at the wrists, your feet at the ankles. And then medium-sized movements to large movements. Those large movements could look like a full body stretch. If you're on your back, you could also put a generous bend in the knees, plant the soles of your feet on the earth, and drop both knees off from side to side, windshield wiper in your legs. And with no rush at all, friends, start to make your way into a fetal position on either side. From this child's sleeping pose, just check in. Notice how you're feeling. Notice how the tissues of your body are feeling, but also how's your emotional body feeling? What are the qualities of your emotions, your nervous system now post practice? Honor yourself for pouring back into your cup, filling your cup back up, taking all the time you need, press yourself up into any seated position. And you can do anything you like with your hands, maybe hands on the knees, palms up or down. Thumbs at your sternum, hands at heart center, both hands on your heart, whatever feels healing to you. Find that seated position. Thank you, friends, for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Feel free, if you like, to draw your thumbs to third eye center, the site of our insight and intuition. Blessings to you and your family. And that concludes our practice for today. Great job, friends. Again, I'm Chris. I'm from Transformation Nation, Yoga and Wellness. You're doing amazing. Keep going.